Everyone, this is Mayor Eddie Melton of the great city of Gary, Indiana, and I want to take this moment to invite you to my second State of the City address that's going to be held at Embassies of Christ Church at 4285 Cleveland Street, right in Gary. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is where I want to share my vision for the future of the city of Gary and also what we've been able to accomplish within my first year as mayor of this great city. So if you plan on coming, please reach out to City Hall 219-881-1300 to reserve your seats. And if you're online, please visit and look us up on Eventbrite. So join me in my administration at Embassies of Christ Church, 4285 Cleveland Street on April 29th. God bless.
Greetings. My name is Derek Cannon, and I'm Chief of Police for the City of Gary. I am before you today not only as a dedicated member of the community, but as a public servant to share with you the progress that we've made together in the last year, building towards a safer and more connected environment. While challenges remain, I am proud to report significant decreases in violent crime, to report a drop in non-fatal shootings of 10%, a drop in homicides of 23%, and not only with that drop, there's been a 74% clearance rate in those homicide investigations. Patrol activity has seen a remarkable growth. Over 9,800 extra patrols and privilege checks were conducted, an increase of 118% from 2023. Shots fired calls dropped by 17%, with 1,368 reported versus 1,644 in the previous year. Citations issued more than doubled, reaching 9,679, a 148% increase over the previous year. This positive trend is a testament to the collaboration between our officers, our partners, and you, our community members, especially the residents who actively report suspicious activity and provide valuable information to our department. We've also made strides in enhancing transparency and accountability within the department. This includes our body-worn camera program, enhanced training, and just elevated patrols in a proactive way, which allows us a greater oversight and also a different type of engagement with the community. Furthermore, we actively engage with community leaders and organizations to better understand the concerns of our neighborhoods and our population here in the city of Gary. This has led to the development of partnerships with several community-based initiatives designed to address the specific needs and build stronger relationships between the law enforcement community and our community here at large. In terms of traffic safety, fatal traffic accidents fell by 39% with 11 incidents versus 18 incidents in the previous year, and non-fatal traffic accidents declined by 3%, with 3,196 incidents versus 3,303 in 2023. Vehicles towed and impounded increased by 18%, with 3,081 vehicles towed compared to 2,608 in 2023. Special operations and investigations. The SWAT team conducted 55 operations leading to 72 detainees and the seizure of 37 firearms. General crimes resulted in 106 defendants charged with 506 felonies and 87 misdemeanor charges during their investigations. Narcotics Investigations Group led to 52 defendants charged with 112 felonies and 40 misdemeanor charges. We are committed to continuous improvement and remain open to feedback from all members of our community. I urge you to continue to partner with us by reporting crimes, attending community forums, and engaging in open dialogue. Together,
this is our infant classroom, and you just can't go by without looking at the.
We're here to talk about something that truly shapes the future of our city, and that's early childhood education.
All the curriculum is active and excite children about problem solving and learning.
Today, what we were able to witness is the greatness of Gary and the greatness of Head Start coming together.
We know that the success of our children directly influences the success of our city.
In order to create big projects and deliver for Northwest Indiana, we have to have and must have an educational workforce to be able to fill those jobs.
We're laying a foundation for stronger families, a stronger economy, and a stronger Gary, Indiana for generations to come. This isn't just about education. It's about building a stronger community. When we invest in our children, we invest in our community.
We will be following the agenda as printed, and we will start with roll call.
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Present.
Commissioner Washington?
Present.
And President Stalling.
Present.
Let the record show that Commissioner Clemens is absent from the meeting today. Also present is Director Harris, Ms. Corey Sharp, Ms. Natay Billingsley Walton, Deputy Director, Mr. Michael Suggs, Chief Operating Officer, and Attorney Shalise Talbert.
Let us please add to the record that Mr. School Board Representative Glenn Johnson is not present as well. Thank you. We will move on to item number 3 on the agenda, which is administrative announcements by Mr. Michael Suggs, Chief Operating Officer of the City of Gary. Mr. Suggs.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for the work that you do and supporting the City of Gary and our redevelopment department. Wanted to just share briefly with you all and the community that's here that we have made some administrative changes, adjustments with the Redevelopment Commission. We are excited about the opportunities that are happening in the City of Gary, and we have a need for some expanded duties. So we are taking advantage of the talent that we have on our team, and Redevelopment Director Chris Harris is going to be doing some additional duties in regards to his duties as Redevelopment Director, but he's going to be doing some additional scope of work that we feel is going to be necessary as we move forward. With this being done, we are going to have our consultant, Corey Sharp, take over some administrative duties in regards to preparing packets and communicating with the commissioners and just administrative type functions. Her and Chris Harris will meet as they do now weekly and make sure that they're both up to speed to what is happening and has not happened. But we wanted to make sure I got in front of you all to let you know that there's going to be some administrative adjustment of duties. But our director, Chris Harris, is going to be leading the way still and helping us with some additional opportunities that we have as a city. We are excited about the opportunities. Those of you who have seen the mayor's visions know that we've got a lot of work to do, and so we're taking it on, and we're lucky to have such a talented crew that we can be able to expand ourselves. So that was it.
All right. Mr. Suggs, before you leave, first of all,
Sure.
ask, are there any commissioners that have any questions about what is presented to us by Mr. Suggs?
So I have a question. So Ms. Sharp, is she still gonna be a consultant?
Yes, she's
Okay.
she's not our consultant. She's our consultant.
Okay.
And Chris is our director.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Will there be any changes in salaries or anything?
No.
So
Chris will continue to report directly to me, and we will still be handling the business of the redevelopment department.
All right. Will there be anything different that the commissioners will have to do as it relates to this administrative change? In terms of when we need certain information, do we still contact Chris or do we contact Ms. Sharp? You know, just want to make sure that we have the protocol in place.
Yeah, on any administrative-like functions, Corey would be our contact.
Okay, and for the commissioners as well?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions by commissioners at this time? Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
very much,
Thank
Mr.
you all.
Suggs.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay. At this time, the agenda calls for public comment. Did anyone sign up for public comment? We don't have a list. We don't have? Okay, that's right. Okay. You can go first. Keep in mind that you have 3 minutes. Thank you very much.
Is it on? Okay, we're on. Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Janie Marzinkowski, and I am here on 2 items. One is, the big question is, where is Mr. Glenn's MODA letter? We've been at this since September, and it is time that this move forward as per the Commission had granted that back in September. And here we are, end of April, and nothing.
I just want to remind you that's
and
not
Mr.
on the
Glenn has
agenda.
met you know what? Sometimes we have to do what we have to do. Okay, I have literally done everything possible, and so has Mr. Glenn. And there is no results, and there has to be results because the Commission has to be true to their word for the citizens of the people and for their own reputation and the goodness and credibility of this organization. So I am asking that this move forward because I find this to be disheartening and very unacceptable. So let's do something about it, please. Secondly, and lastly, where on the website is the facade program? It is no longer up there. It is something we.
No, that is also not on the agenda.
With all due respect.
I know. Well, I'm asking where it is. So.
You know what? Can I? I've heard what you said, and I appreciate it. My thing is, will you address those issues to Mr. Harris and to Ms. Sharp?
I have.
Okay, and then I will follow up with them after this meeting to see where they are with your letter, and before the next meeting, we will have an outcome. But we just ask that in the future you speak on issues that's on the agenda.
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I think if we look at history, it speaks for itself.
With all due respect, you can reach out.
I understand.
You can reach out.
I also understand that sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Ms. Carey? Push that button.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak this afternoon. Good to see you all. I have 2 agenda items I'd like to speak on. One is the resolution 7554, and I understand this has to do with property exchange that would make it possible for trails to be built in the city of Gary that are connected to, ultimately the entire lakefront trail from Illinois to Michigan. So I'm very much in support of that, but I'm also glad to see the extension of more trails in the city that people can walk and recreate on. Number 2, I would like to speak to Resolution 7557, the purchase agreement for 6200 Industrial Boulevard in Buffington Harbor. And I'm looking forward to a very sustainable economic development of that area. And I believe that you may have received a memo from a couple of members of Gary Advocates for Responsible Development in terms of issues that can be looked into in terms of all development, sort of a vetting procedure. And also, as we build new industry and whatever it may be, that we ask that these developments may look a little bit more like an industrial park with greening and potential sidewalks and use of native vegetation to make them more attractive and to ultimately make our entire lakefront more attractive. It doesn't need to look like a moonscape. We can have industrial and manufacturing that looks more like an industrial park anywhere. So I would just suggest that you think of that as things move forward and the plans are drawn up and decisions are made. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Carey. Was there anyone else that wanted to speak that did not sign up? on agenda items only? If not, thank you, we will move forward on the agenda. The agenda calls now for the approval of tonight's agenda. The chair will entertain a motion for the acceptance of tonight's agenda.
Mr. Chairman, before that, wasn't it an item that needs to be added? Is there an item that we got an email?
Are you referring to the purchase agreement?
Whatever it was, we got an email that said, if it's on the agenda, then I'll digress. Okay, if it's on the agenda, fine. I didn't know if we needed to do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Jenkins.
The chair is waiting for a motion for the acceptance of the agenda.
I make a motion that we accept tonight's agenda.
Second.
Commissioner Rogie?
How come mine's always red?
Take Glenn's.
Yes is my vote.
Turn yours off.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington?
Yes.
And President Stalling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
For the acceptance of the minutes from the last meeting.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll second.
It has been moved and properly second that we accept the minutes from last meeting. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? If there are no questions or comments from any commissioners, can we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington?
Yes.
And President Stalling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, we move on to item number 7 on the agenda is the approval of the claims which were attached to our packet. Chair will entertain a motion for the approval of the claims. Ms. Billingsley?
I have to make a motion first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the claims with the change of the $900 that goes to American Eagle Security to be paid out of the non-reverting fund, not the consolidated TIF fund.
Okay, yes, I am.
Wait a minute. Oh. The chair will entertain a motion. We received a motion for the approval of the claims. Now we need a second to the motion. Then we can discuss.
I second the motion.
It has been moved and properly seconded. Are there any questions from the commission? Mr. Rhodes?
Okay, back on. Well, I just want to make sure that it's in the record that American Eagle Security will be paid out of the non-reverting fund. You cannot pay security out of a TIF. Thank you.
Yes, I was working with the legal department in reference to that so we can confirm whether we can pay from the consolidated TIF or not. But I do have the non-reverting down as the fund that we will be paying from until we can figure out the dynamic when it comes to the security cameras for the Genesis Center.
Any other questions from commissioners? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington?
Yes.
And President Stalling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We now move on to item number 8 on our agenda, which is presentations. I'm excited to see these presentations that we have here. Our first presenter will be from the Steel City staffers.
Good evening. My name is Martina Montgomery, and I am the proud owner of Steel City Staffing Employment Agency, located here in Gary. We are located at 308 East 21st Avenue. We just recently moved there. I incorporated in 2019 with the intent of helping the state of Indiana meet its goals for 1 million jobs that was predicted by our Governor Holcomb. In his first term, he predicted that over 1 million jobs would be available in the state of Indiana by 2010. And those areas were in advanced manufacturing, technology and business services, transportation and logistics, health, life sciences, building and construction, and agriculture. I was thinking at the time that with Gary being rather behind, and idea to go forward with helping the people get jobs, good, solid paying jobs, sustainable jobs, I created Steel City Staffing. And we have been operating since 2023 because COVID hit soon after we incorporated, and we had to decide whether or not we really want to go forward. And we have, and I'm very happy to announce that we have over 200 people in our database. They're seriously looking for jobs. And I'm here this evening to ask you guys, would you please consider partnering with us to help you create a first-class labor force here in Gary, Indiana. I know we've had challenges and everything, but we meet people all the time that are college degree, they are skilled workers. People want to work, but they want to work where I say sustainability. So that is my purpose for being here today. We are hoping that it's a win-win situation for all parties involved. And that's basically it. We would like to partner with you and make this, again, develop a first-class labor force here. That's it.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions from commissioners?
Thanks for the presentation. I have a question.
Yes.
So how big is your firm? You say it's a firm? Did you call it a firm?
I wouldn't call it a firm just
Okay.
yet. We've only really been operating for 2023, but we have definitely been diligent in doing what we need to do to grow it into a larger firm and to make it effective for the citizens here and the city of Gary.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I thank you because I know a little bit about you all's work, because you all have brought information as it relates to your company to the libraries and left information there. So what I would suggest is you continue doing what you're doing, reach out to redevelopment, and if there's anything that we as commissioners can do, you can reach out to us. But any help that I believe that you can get from the city will come through redevelopment. So just continue what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Our next presenter will be National Park Service. Is a representative. Oh, there he is. Good deal.
Sorry. Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, Chris Harris. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for letting me be here. So first of all, obviously the National Park Service is really excited to continue working with Gary. A lot of people don't know, but obviously we extend all the way right up to Union Station. I'm here tonight because of an ambitious plan that was laid out by Representative Congressman Visklowski as early as the 90s called the Marquette Greenway. Much has been worked on, and we're getting closer and closer. And the National Park started working with the Redevelopment Commission over a decade ago on a really sticky situation, which was some real estate issues, and which I'll get into in just a second. But I do want to give you some really exciting updates. We did break ground for construction for the trail between Lake Street and County Line Road to the east. And so by the end of this calendar year, or worst case by the spring, We will have a new path that connects the Paul Douglas Center to West Beach, and obviously that will tie into your completed, your Lake Street project that runs now a bike path from the train station all the way up to Lake Michigan, and so that will be a great win. I also want to let you know that the section from Lake Street to the west to connect to Union Station, we have received an injection of funds from the Lilly Foundation. There was a $20 million overall grant to the region, and some $750,000 of that is earmarked to be used for the design and the compliance of that. So that is going forward. I also internally received approval to progress with that, so that's a major win for the park and for Gary, is that we'll take a major step forward with that. And then along with that, there are some nagging real estate issues that the park has tried to solve for some 40 years, and I'm not exaggerating, over 40 years. People in the community have also been at this for more than a decade, but it stems from an old railroad. The Harbor Belt, as a lot of people know it, it is actually the extension of the Gary High Line to the east. But I have been now working diligently with Chris and the Redevelopment Commission and Corey to complete a complicated, these are the smallest parcels. We're talking one parcel is 0.02 acres. Another one is 0.2. They're minuscule, but because of the way they were abandoned and stuff, we have not been able to get them. The Gary Redevelopment Commission has been able to get these, and we're working on a two-pronged real estate thing. One is just a straight donation, where redevelopment was able to acquire this land and will donate it to the National Park Service. And there's another project where there's this little piece of project that is affecting a local homeowner that the National Park Service would like to exchange this land to Gary in exchange for a little bit of others. So we have both a donation and an exchange, and we've done a lot of pre-work on this, and I have worked with others, and we have a basically just the formalized paperwork of the contents of that exchange project that I think that we just wanted to maybe get before the entire commission tonight. But overall, I want to tell you that I have tremendous momentum on this, and I'm really excited and proud, and the park really hopes that we'll see in the next couple of years this finally completed.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Are there any questions from any commissioners? Okay, thank you very much. And I think you heard the comment of our public, in the public comments as it relates to the national parks and what are they going to do in terms of landscaping and making sure everything is.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing, is this trail should be just the start. The trail is the east-west connection, just like the double track project was. And then immediately after that, and what a lot of what the Lilly Foundation money is for is then to create the north-south corridors along that entire trail to get the communities up to the double track, to this trail, and to the lakefront and the national park. So thank you very much.
Well, Mr. President is out. Next presentation will be Railcats U at Steele Stadium.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm Anthony Giamanco. I'm the general manager for the Railcats, so I oversee our day-to-day operation. I was asked to be here today to kind of give an update of what we've got going on at the ballpark, in addition to our community impact over the 2024 calendar year. So, as you can see, we've hosted close to 40 to 50 different community events. They range from high school baseball games that we do from April to the start of our season in May, to hosting a City of Gary Health Fair. We hosted the Indiana High School Baseball Regional for the first time this past year. We hosted 2 different games that day, and we brought down several thousand folks to the ballpark from various communities. We've been hosting the Home Field Advantage Foundation tournament, where it gives the youth an opportunity to come out to the ballpark for about a week in July and play a tournament at the ballpark, put on by District 1 Little League, ourselves and the Home Field Advantage Foundation. We've hosted the Geminis Head Start program. They did a professional development training with us this past year. That was the first time that we were kind of able to debut our renovated suite level that you guys helped renovate for us. We hosted the Gary Nike RBI games when they were without a playing field. This summer we hosted 10 of those games and got the kids from the local community to come out and play. We've hosted the Veterans Affair Stand Down event the last several years. So that's just an idea of some of the community events that we've hosted. Our mascot, Rusty, is a huge marketing tool for us, but it's also an opportunity for us to send him out into the community to appear at various events, Little League opening days, run 5Ks, 10K walks, things of that nature. We went out to 50 plus different community events with our mascot all around the region. We try and donate tickets and suite rentals to various nonprofits throughout the calendar year as well for various fundraising events, galas, things like that. Last year we donated over 1,250 ticket vouchers, 36 different suite rentals to over 180 different organizations. We also donate a set of season tickets to the Boys and Girls Club of Northwest Indiana. We also have a library night program where we work with both the Lake County and Porter County libraries, and that sees over 10,000 ticket vouchers in the hands of the youth that participate in the reading programs at the various libraries. And then on top of that, over 75 local business participated in our community night program, over 10 different game dates for us. The impact of our donations between event sponsorships, mascot appearances, the tickets and the suites that we donate, as well as our ticket fundraising program, it impacts in over $250,000 for the year, whether that's in cash or in-kind donations. So we try to do everything that we can to make a really big impact for the community that we serve. We try and participate in as many volunteer events as possible. Every year I like to get our team, our players, and our coaching staff out in the community at least once within the city of Gary with their busy schedule. Last year they participated in the City of Gary cleanup. They spent a Saturday prior to one of our games helping part of the Saturday cleanup days that Mayor had going on last year. Our front office staff and our interns then took a separate day, and we helped down at Roosevelt cleaning up the fields down there. So we were able to get roughly about 30 folks between our front office and our interns out there to help as well. Then we always encourage our management to be part of organizations that they enjoy. I myself sit on Chamber of Commerce board. I also sit on the Challenger Learning Center Northwest Indiana board. Our team president, Brian Leiter, sits on the Home Field Advantage Foundation board, and he also sits on the Tradewinds board. And then all of our staff, they're encouraged to get out in different nonprofits that they enjoy being part of. So we encourage that as well. Our suite level usage prior to the renovations in 2023, we played 48 games. It was about 80% occupied over the course of that date, those games. And then there were 10 non-Railcat event dates that were booked by various organizations. In 2024, we played 49 home games. We were about 86% occupied up there. During that time, We also did not have access to the suite level for a period of time while it was being renovated. So the new large suite that was created up there, we rented 54% of our game dates, and that was also with it being unavailable for the first 11 games of our season. On top of that, there were 6 non-Railcat event dates that we were able to book. Moving forward to this year and what our goals are for that space and overall usage of the ballpark, but we're aiming for 90% occupancy on our suite level. As of today, we have 6 dates that are already sold out of our 50 home games. The new mega suite, we are aiming for 75% occupancy, which we are well on our way to achieving. And then on top of that, we are aiming to host 40 to 50 additional non-Railcats event dates. And as of April 1st, we had 27 of those dates booked. So we are a little over halfway to our goal for the year. And most of those dates have come through March and April. We've been able to book almost every weekday so far. So.
Thank you. Commissioners, are there any questions? So I see that you all look like you're moving pretty forward. So I don't know if you're the person to answer this question. Has it seemed to be profitable for the Railcats?
I mean, we're still learning how the new suite level space is working now that we've had a partial season, but I believe by the way that we've been able to book dates, I believe we're well on our way to seeing that, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. If there are not any more questions, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you all.
Thank you for all the presenters. We will move on to item on the agenda list number 9, which is new business, and we will start off with resolution number 7554. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, President Stallings, and members of the commission. Resolution.
He's going to present it, then we'll decide if we want to make a motion. Okay.
Yep. So resolution 7554 is a resolution for a land exchange with the National Park Service between the Redevelopment Commission. In your packet, you'll see an Exhibit B associated with this resolution that shows the 4 parcels or the 4 tracts that are associated with this exchange. As you are aware, just like what Mr. Wilkinson had shared with you from the National Park Service, this is a vision that our commission has had and had a relationship with the National Park Service for over 10 years. This is also a vision and execution of the Marquette Greenway Trail Plan. So we just want to be able to make sure that we're being a player and be able to make this project happen and make the swap a clean opportunity for us to be able to create this amenity for the city. So at Exhibit B, you'll see the 4 tracks associated. The current owner, there also, if you flip one page before Exhibit B, you'll see the associated map, which is Exhibit A. So exhibit, referencing between Exhibit A and B, if you don't mind flipping back and forth there, the 2 tracks from the federal government from the United States is what we're looking for to be a possession for the Gary Redevelopment Commission or the City of Gary. And it's the intent that for the 2 tracks, 14-107, 14-131, that we are able to provide tracks to the federal government that were parcels, and then also vacate 2 easements in effort to allow a better opportunity for the Marquette Greenway Trail to be constructed and be able to provide the necessary buffer for the trail between any public or private property. So it's generally a clean swap. Also understand that a part of this agreement and this relationship that we have with the National Park Service is that the federal government, the National Park Service will be responsible for all of the title work associated with this, any phase 1s that are required in effort to move forward. All of that is covered and is no expense to the Redevelopment Commission. It's just a matter of us being able to make the transaction, make the swap a reality. Also, even when it comes to appraisals. The National Park Service will be responsible for that. So understand it's very hard, it's very difficult, and Rafi can attest to that, being able to work with the National Park Service and be able to get some traction. And this is a project that the National Park Service wants to happen, and they just want to be able to clean it up. So they're on our side. It's not like we're soliciting for their support. This is just a matter of us being able to swap tracts of land that are not really accessible to the public and not really developable, but is the highest and best use for making this trail a reality.
Thank you very much for the background. What is the pleasure of the board? The chair will entertain a motion for a resolution.
I am
Mr.
proud.
Rogan.
I am proud to make a motion to approve 7554, authorizing the ratification and execution of a land exchange with the National Park Service, U.S. Department of Interior.
Second.
It has been moved and properly second. Roll. Are there any questions? Any more questions or comments from any board members? If not, let's have roll call, please.
Commissioner Rogie.
Absolutely yes.
Commissioner Dunham.
Yes.
Commissioner Washington.
Yes.
And President Stalling.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Good deal. Good deal. We'll now move on to resolution number 755. Mr. Harris or Jenkins? Okay, go ahead.
Commissioner, Ms. Sharp asked that I present this next resolution to you all since I manage most of the side lots here.
Okay,
so just a brief overview of the side lot program. We have our constituents come into our office to fill out a side lot application that's available on our website, or they could come into the office here to pick up the application. They must be a citizen, rather a constituent citizen of the city of Gary. They have to be a resident here. They have to have the deed to their property in their name. They fill out the application. We receive it. I do a background check using the Lake County Assessor's website, the GIS map. Make sure that I'm vetting their information off of the application. Make sure that that the information matches what's on the application. The property name is correct, matches the deed, making sure that the taxes are up to date on the property, making sure that the property that they're requesting is in fact our property. It could either be under City of Gary or City of Gary Redevelopment. If it's under City of Gary, we would have to do a minor swap to redevelopment, which Attorney Jenkins has to do behind the scenes. Briefly, just basic information that's on the application. The assessed value of the lot has to be $6,000 or less. It's a lot that, isn't being used. The uses of the side lot could be for a side yard, paved off-street parking, a garage, in addition to an existing structure. Any questions regarding the side lot program?
I don't have any questions, but I would like to thank you for letting the community know the process in which, because often people have asked me, what is the process of getting a lot next to my house?
Right,
So-
yeah, it's a pretty common question. So if anyone's watching and hearing now, they could always come to our office on the third floor to pick up an application. I can email it to them if they want it emailed. Just simply call our office. Or, like I said, it's available on the website.
Okay, great.
Today, we're presenting 8 applicants to receive side lots. So if we could have them come one by one. Some of them couldn't make it today.
Okay.
They're working or, other reasons. There was someone that had a death in the family. Some are working and some of them are here today. So we're going to start with the representative for Cornelio Chavez. I believe it's his daughter. Mr. Cornelio Chavez does not speak English well, so his daughter is here.
Are we going down the list? Is it 627 Vermont? Are we just going straight?
621 Vermont Street is
620.
the residential address. They're petitioning for 627 Vermont Street.
All right.
So we want to get that lot because the other neighbor hasn't been cleaning it. We're the only ones that has been cleaning it. My dad wants to make it a little bigger for his yard, and that's it.
Okay, any other questions from commissioners? Okay, thank you.
Question. I
Go
got
ahead,
a
I'm
question.
sorry.
How long you been cleaning it, you said? How long?
For 4 years.
4 years?
Ever since we got the house.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Who's the next petitioner?
Next on the list is D. Murphy. The petition lot is 857 Colfax.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, the side lot that I'm a new homeowner, and it's in the same neighborhood that my grandmother's house, the family house, is. And with my house and the next door neighbor's house, we're both surrounded by vacant lots. And I just think it would help beautify the neighborhood. Also, it would cut down on a potential hiding spot for people to come and do unwanted things. And any space that's not being utilized is being used by outside, we'll just say persons of interest to come and dump what they don't want, their unmentionables on our land. And it's an eyesore, and it creates a target for activities that we necessarily don't want to have. So I want to extend it. There's already a garage facade there, meaning the foundation is still there. The only thing we would need is just a roof and doors, which I plan on doing if I'm able to obtain that, and beautify our beautiful city.
Thank you, sir. I
thank you.
appreciate that. Our next petitioner, 675 Tennessee Street.
So in your packet, Ms. Carmen LeBeau couldn't make it. She insisted on emailing you guys an email. So that's in your packet.
Yes.
The next one would be Victor Keelan, 1704 Maryland Street. If he's here, it doesn't look like he's here. So Michael Sims for 420 West 43rd Avenue. Looks like he's not here. And then Suri Paz for 622 East 41st Avenue. James and Diane Stiles for 4449 Jackson Street.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Stiles, and I acquired a home in the last 6 months at the address of 4457 Jackson Street. Upon moving in, what I found out that the adjacent lot that is on the north side of me, this is an overgrown area, been there for years. All kind of trash, garbage has been dumped there. It is trees that is overgrown, tires, TVs, just all kind of trash, which put my home at risk. I would like to own that lot. I would like to clear it. I would have the trees cut and make it part of my property. There are trees to be cut. It's a lot of work in it, but I'm asking that you award me this lot, and it would help the neighborhood as well as the city to put it back on the tax roll. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, very much. 828 Pennsylvania.
LaShawn Sims Hampton.
Good afternoon, everyone. My husband and I don't like speaking in front of people. So. My husband and I have been living at 834 Pennsylvania Street for 25 years. We have been taking care of the lot at 828 Pennsylvania for 25 years. The reason we started is because of the mice and all of everything that was thrown, like the rest of the people said, that was trash thrown in. We would like to obtain that lot to keep it clean, to help beautify the city of Gary, because 8th and Pennsylvania needs help. So we are trying to obtain a lot. That's it, unless you want something to say. You have something to say?
No, you said it pretty much.
Thank you. He knows, he's trained well. Go with. Okay, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
presentation. Is that the complete list? Mine. Okay, the chair will entertain a motion for the acceptance of resolution number 7555.
I make a motion that we accept resolution 7555 with great joy and pleasure.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington? And President Stalling?
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thank you for all the petitioners. I think that the redevelopment, this is one of the greatest projects we have, the side lot program that allow those homeowners to get those lots and beautify their home and also help with the city. So congratulations to you all, and I know you all will do a great job on keeping that lot clean. Thank you so much. We will now move on. The next agenda item is resolution number 7556. Ms. Sharp.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Resolution 7556 is a resolution for you to select a contractor, an engineering firm specifically, to design a parking lot in Miller. And the parking lot would be located off of Lake Street and 6th Avenue behind Miller Pizza. This is a property that is owned by the Redevelopment Commission. In your packet, you have 3 proposals from engineers. The first proposal is from First Group Engineers for a fee of $83,000. The second proposal is from DLZ for a fee of $105,500. And the last fee is from JQOL for a fee of $53,620. I did review all 3 proposals in addition to corresponding with each of the firms over the last couple months. I do believe that all 3 proposals are complete in their scope. What we asked for them to do is to produce a site survey first, and then to complete civil engineering services to design a parking lot that would have landscape islands, lights, security, landscape, and stormwater detention. In addition, I also asked for each of the firms to bid the project for construction and then provide administrative services through the construction phase of work. So this is considered a cradle to grave scope of work for a project on the design side. My recommendation to you is in your resolution that you have some blank items, is that your receiving firm, you're receiving solicited quotes from multiple engineers to perform the work in question with Miller parking lot, and that the commission desires to enter into a contract with JQOL for an amount not to exceed $53,620 based on their proposal.
So would that have to be an amendment to resolution number 7556?
I'm sorry, sir.
Would there need to be do we need to redo this resolution to include the 53,000?
Well, yeah, that might make it smoother, because what really happened is, right, we had the blanks because I think we just received all of the quotes relatively recently after the package went out. So yeah, if you could just kind of approve the resolution and just kind of state the name, that'll be fine for our purposes. So you would approve resolution 7556 to award the contract to the company JQOL for the amount listed in their quote. If you just do it that way, that would be fine.
53, not to exceed
Yeah, not-
$53,000.
Yep.
Okay. Commission, you have heard the pleasure of the administration or Mrs. Sharp. What is the pleasure of the commission?
Well, I'm certainly happy to approve make a motion to approve 7556, which is the civil engineering survey, and go on beyond that, as you just said, which I didn't know about, 6th Avenue west of Lake Street as a parking lot for the amount of $53,652. And the company, you'll have to say it again.
The company name is JQOL.
Okay, JQOL. Okay, that's my motion.
You've heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
It has been moved and properly second. Are there any
Chairman,
more-
I got a question.
Mr. Washington.
Yes, Ms. Sharp, will this firm be a consultant to the Redevelopment Commission?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
And they will be funded out of the East Lakefront TIF.
Okay.
I have a question. I haven't had time to look through all of this. Where is this firm located?
Firm is located in Indianapolis. However, they are doing some other work in the city with a couple other different departments as well. I've worked with this firm as well before. So
I was looking at the cost, the discrepancy in the cost for the same project. So
yeah, I agree. They obviously offered a competitive price.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Sharp, you said they offered a competitive price. Do you think or feel as though we may have to come back to this meeting with a change order? Because I've been on so many boards where they have a big disparity in the price, then they come back and say, oh yeah, we got a change order for 45 grand, and then we got another change order. So I know you don't know all of it, but can you kind of give us some reassurance that we won't be running into something like that?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Last week, I sent clarification to JQOL just to make sure that they included the entire parking lot, the entire scope of work of what my expectation was. They confirmed that all of that scope was a part of these services. If you were to, on the third page of their proposal, they have reimbursable expenses, so they have printing costs, permit fees, things like that. That is not part of the $53,620. So if you wanted to make it $55,000, that may cover us for all of the expenses, or we can address them as they come. But those would be the only additional expenses, would be printing costs, travel costs, and permit fees.
I just want to make sure that those printing costs, travel costs, and all those other fees don't double their contract. I'm just trying to be safe for the commission, because that's a big disparity between
Trust me.
$53,000 and $105,000. So that's just something I'll be watching out for. That's all.
concur. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Roll call, please. Yes, go ahead, Mr. White.
What is the parking lot gonna, why is there a need for the park? I know Miller section is real, so is something going there for the parking lot? Because I know where the Miller Pizza is, so.
Yeah, of course, having additional parking along Lake Street is important. There's currently a city parking lot on Lake Street. So once this parking lot is complete, that will allow us to open that parking lot, the existing parking lot up for development once we get the replacement need for parking off of 6th.
Thank you.
More economic development.
Roll call, please. Thank you, Ms. Sharp.
Commissioner Rogie,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham,
Yes.
Commissioner Washington,
Yes.
and President Stalling.
Yes.
The motion passes.
We will now move on to resolution number 7557. Mr. Harris.
Thank
Thank you, President Stalling. Resolution 7557 is a resolution with the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission approving the purchase and sale agreement for the property located at 6200 Industrial Highway, Gary, Indiana, with SPTP Gary Development, LLC. To give a general overview, last commission meeting, we had the opportunity to select the winning bid, the most responsive bid and the highest bid to 6200 Industrial Highway, which was SPTP Gary Development, LLC. Understand that we did receive two other proposals. One was from Indiana Properties 1 LLC, who responded offering the opportunity to purchase the property as collateral for the Beckman School site. But again, that was generally questionable. They were at 4.2 million when it comes to the bid price that was offered. And then the other developer, which was at a bid price of 4.5 million, this entity was intending to purchase that property with the development of a data center and warehouse logistics. Initially, when I received the proposal, there was no dollar value associated with the project cost. I did share that ultimately, after having two scope reviews or having three scope reviews with each of the bidders to determine exactly what their intentions were upon submission of their bid, and I broke down that analysis with the commissioners before we made the award to the winning bidder. This is an opportunity to now move forward with the purchase sales agreement for 6200 Industrial Highway. And I have our attorneys, both Shalise Tolbert and our attorney, Stephen Jenkins. Stephen Jenkins. I'd like to share more detail about the purchase sale agreement. Ms. Tolbert.
Stephen.
Attorney Tolbert.
Okay, you're gonna say it from here or there? All right. Okay.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening, Attorney.
We have had an opportunity to kind of go back and forth on the draft of the purchase sale agreement. It's a very pretty standard real estate agreement that we are working on. At this time, we are in the final drafts of that, and at today's date, at the end of today, we should have a completed copy. The copy that you do have in your packets was sent to SPTP earlier today for their final review, and then they will return a signed copy to us. But within that, there is also a workforce component to it. Even though SPTP is not the contractor, they are going to encourage and strongly encourage their contractor to follow those hiring practices that will include the percentages for minority businesses to be involved, women-owned business to be involved, and the workforce to be, I believe, 20% of Gary residents. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Attorney Tolbert. Attorney Jenkins?
Oh, actually, I think Attorney Tolbert said everything that I was going to say. I was just going to emphasize the same thing, that the agreement is probably 99% done. We don't think there's going to be any changes going, from this point. So what you'll be approving this agreement in substantially the form that you see in front of you. So, and that is our recommendation, to approve it in this form that is, substantially similar to the form that you have in front of you.
Thank you, Attorney Jenkins. The chair will entertain a motion for the passage of resolution number 7557.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It has been moved and properly second. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners?
I have a comment.
Ms.
So I just want to keep in mind what our sister from GUARD said about the environment. I don't know who will be watching those kind of things as these projects are developing, but somebody in the administration should make sure that they're following what the community is always speaking against.
Definitely, and we appreciate GARD and when it comes to responsible, sustainable development in the city. So when the building plans are before our building department and our plan commission, if needed, we will be able to make sure that we're adhering to developing a high standard. Understand that this will not be a development that we will be embarrassed of. The look will be very professional, will be something that I think that the city of Gary would be proud to have. This project, just to give you context, is greater than $40 million and offering hundreds of jobs to the city. The exact amount is being discussed, but we're talking about hundreds of jobs here for the city of Gary at 6200 Industrial Highway. And also, too, we had a positive conversation with the development team when it comes to working with GPTC to ensure that we have access to this location for our residents and also helping support the growth of our downtown. We want to be able to make express routes and connections to our downtown from this location, to and from this location. So it helps brings value to our downtown, helps with sustainable development, and ensuring that we're moving forward and we're making it happen for the city.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. If there are not any other questions from commissioners, let's move on to roll call, please.
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington?
Abstention.
And President Stalling?
Yes.
Motion passes with one abstention.
Thank you, commissioners. We will move on to our final resolution for the day, resolution number 7558. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, President Stalling. Resolution 7558 is the transfer of real property for two entities that desire to donate, two separate entities to donate two parcels to the Redevelopment Commission. Those addresses being 2436 Harrison Street and 524 East 43rd Avenue. Understand that we always look for an opportunity to acquire sites that could help support our redevelopment vision. The site on Harrison Street is immediately across the street from Roosevelt High School. There is relatively large amounts of property that either the city of Gary owns or the Gary Housing Authority owns, in an effort to be able to work to create more development. Land assemblage is critical. So we definitely welcome the opportunity to receive 2436 Harrison Street. And then when it comes to 5424 East 43rd Avenue, this is several blocks east of Broadway. It's a residential site, but we believe that we'd like to acquire that site for future redevelopment purposes to offer for new construction at a later date.
Okay, thank you. You've heard the presentation by Mr. Harris. What is the pleasure of the commission?
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 5558. 75.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Rogie?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Washington?
Yes.
And President Stalling?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We now move along the agenda to director comments. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, President Stalling. I'll be brief. Again, just excited for the commission and the passage of the land sale for 6200 Industrial Highway. This is it's a historic time for the city, and this is only just the beginning. It really is. We're very confident to share that. So again, looking forward to continuing to work with the commission and growing our capacity, growing our bandwidth, because when we move forward, we're only going to be able to scale up, and we need the support to be able to grow and be able to catch and support all of the development interest that is poised for the city and that we're already receiving on a daily basis. So appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Commissioner comments? Any commissioner comments?
I had one more.
Okay,
I apologize.
go ahead.
So on April 29th, we have the State of the City address. So definitely want to make sure that all the public is welcome to attend. I believe we have tickets here at City Hall, or you can type in the City of Gary and Eventbrite for the State of the City address, which will be April 29th and that will be from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock at Embassies of Christ on Cleveland Street. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Mr. Rogan?
Must be commissioners' comments. Well, I think this is one of the best meetings I've been to in a long time. A lot of good things have happened, and the city of Gary is going to really benefit from what we did today. Thank you.
Ms. Dunham?
Yes, I agree. I think it was a good meeting, my January, February, March, April, my 4th meeting, and so I think it was a good meeting. I just did have a question for the Rail Cats. I just wanted to ask, is there anything being done to improve the attendance of Gary citizens?
Yes, we have always, City of Gary residents can get a discounted ticket at our box office window. They're $5 tickets for any City of Gary resident, as long as they show their ID or let us know that they're a resident of the city, and we'll happily discount that ticket for them.
Question, how do you get that information out? Because I live in Gary, and I've never seen that.
Yep.
So I'm just saying.
So this will be my 5th season here. We've always communicated that to folks that come to the window, as well as letting them know to tell family and friends in the area. City of Gary, if you include all of their zip codes, is actually one of our top 5 zip codes in terms of online ticket sales as well. So we're proud to be in the City of Gary, and we're proud to have all of Gary as one of our top 5 towns. So.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I would just add to what she said that she's union president, and if you all can connect, I'm pretty sure she can help you get some more people from Gary schools out.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying she's a good contact.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Thank you. Mr. Washington.
Yes, don't leave yet. I just want to ask a question because constituents ask me, is the Rail Cats open to having concerts during the summer, spring at the facility? Because we get tired of seeing Hammond with concerts, saying that the mayor there is trying to stop us from doing certain
I gotcha.
things.
Absolutely. So part of the renovation project last year, we took out a portion of our 360 concourse that'll allow us now to get the proper stage down to the field. Prior to that, we were not able to with how stages come on semis now. So now we have that access to the field to bring in the proper stage. Top of that, we are currently working on something that's early stages of trying to do kind of like a proof of concept festival centered around some music and maybe some food trucks. So we're actively working on that as well. We're always looking to bring additional events outside of the baseball to the ballpark, and just know it's in the works. It's some early stages right now, but we're working through some logistics on our end.
Do you have a timeline?
What's that?
A timeline?
We're trying to target maybe something in September.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I don't have any other comments.
I have one more. What does the community need to do to find out information about if they want to rent the suites that's been remodeled? How do they go about it? Because you do use them for receptions and things of that nature. How would they go about getting that information and finding out what it would take for them to use the rental room?
Absolutely. We have on our website, railcatsbaseball.com, it has our pricing structure. There's a tab on the front page that says Rent the Steel Yard. That's for non-baseball events. And then under our ticketing tab, it gives them, if they wanted to rent the suites for a game, they could either visit the website or give us a phone call, 219-882-2255.
Okay, thank you very much. No more questions from me. The chair will now entertain a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right, thank you. And thank you everyone for coming. Have a great night.
What's up, everyone? This is Mayor Eddie Melton of the great city of Gary, Indiana, and I want to take this moment to invite you to my second State of the City address. That's going to be held at Embassies of Christ Church at 4285 Cleveland Street, right in Gary. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is where I want to share my vision for the future of the city of Gary and also what we've been able to accomplish within my first year as mayor of this great city. So if you plan on coming, please reach out to City Hall 219-881-1300 to reserve your seats. And if you're online, please visit and look us up on Eventbrite. So join me in my administration at Embassies of Christ Church, 4285 Cleveland Street on April 29th. God bless.